In the previous video, we learnt about estimates. Estimate means a number that's close to the actual number that is used in that situation. But the good part about estimates is that they are easy to remember and they serve the purpose. Means जो जरूरत है वो situation में by stating the estimate वो जरूरत पूरी हो जाती है. So we'll take a look at this. Let's say if I have a number that's 1100, 4 tens and 8 ones, which is 48. Please, I have a request that in all these modules that are going through, please ensure that your basics are very clear about place value, about addition, subtraction. Everything that we've done before should be very clear, because math builds on top of each of the concept that you have done before. So if you missed out certain concepts, if they are not clear, everything later will be related to that. That's for sure. So please ensure you've gone through all the previous videos, you know all of that, you've done the practice, the sprint test. And now let's come back to our number. It's 1148. Now let's take a situation where we need to use this number and where we can use an estimate. Now let's say if I say the number of passengers in a train, passenger train is 1148. Now if somebody wants an idea of the number of people in a train, like he might be thinking 500, 600, 800. So the reason, if somebody asks you around how many people are there in a train, how many passengers does a train carry? Then if you know that these many passengers a train can carry, you don't need to say 1148. Your friend doesn't even want the exact number. So let's take a look at, let's say let's focus on the 1000. All right. So if you want to, the procedure is called rounding off. Means we want to make the number simpler by ensuring we use only one or two place values, not using all the place values. So if you think about thousands, the closest thousands that we have will be 1000 or 2000. We only look at the thousands, and then obviously you can keep a dash here, or you can also, if you the dash is a problem, you can also think of this as 00 and 2000. Now 2000 would be a very estimate that would be very far away from these many passengers of 1148. Now we rather say around 1000 people. So this 1000 is a good estimate to give. And if you tell your friend that there are around 1000 people that a train can carry, then he understands, right, that 1000 is a big number. It's close to 1148 and it's enough. It's enough for him to understand that around 1000 people are there. It's a good estimate. Now let's look at one more situation with this same number 1148. Let's say we have shopped for this 1148 here, as you see, 1148. Now maybe let's say your brother asks you that how much have you shopped for. He wants to know, like, how much shopping have you done. He doesn't want to know that you've shopped for 1148. He just wants to get an idea of how much. Is it in hundreds, thousands, 500, 200, 2000? So he needs an idea. So he needs an estimate. Now let's say if we were to do the same thing here, like 1000 that we used here for the number of passengers, if we tell him 1000, I think it would be a little less. I think it's better to give a number maybe in hundreds to be more close to 1148. Sometimes you need to be little more closer. So let's say now in this time here, let's say you've jumped by thousands in this example. Now let's do one thing. Let's, in this situation, think of our hundreds. It should be little, help us be little more closer. So let's say if we think of the hundreds, then there is 1100 or 1100s, or there is 1200s or 1200s. And let's say we put a zero here to make the number an easier one to remember. So 1100, 1200, these are also the jumps that you can make. You can move to 1100 or move to 1200 if you're thinking about the hundreds here, because there's something in between here with the tens and ones. So what's more suitable in the situation would be, I would say, this one. I think 1100 is a better estimate, right? So you see in this first situation here, we rounded off using the thousands. Second situation, we rounded off means we were trying to reach the number that is close to this number in terms of hundreds. So 1148, the 100 before that is 1100, then it's 1200. and 1300 would be way far away. So we've thought about the hundreds in this situation. So we've done these two. So here we focused on the thousands, here we focused on the hundreds. And we learned that it's important to understand, when we give an estimate, how close should we be. So more closer we want to, the more place values we consider, or the lower place value we can consider.